Hello everyone, welcome to another stream of Max Payne 3. We are in the final stretch. I believe we have like 2 missions left to do. Apparently they're sort of long, so they might at least last for an hour, but we shall see. So we are also almost starting at 8, so I'm just going to go straight into it. We're going to bring up the game and get going and see how much we can get done. So, just as a heads up, I have changed some things on my OBS because it was recently updated. It changed back to simple for its settings, so I had to put it back to advanced, which means that it defaulted all of my settings that were on advanced. So I had to rejigger everything so then it would all work properly, or it was back to what it was. Unfortunately, because I didn't know what that was, or can't remember fully, I just had to copy what was on the simple and put it into advanced. Essentially, it was just so then I could put in the keyframe interval, because the keyframe interval was not set in simple, because it doesn't let you do that. This is new. Yep, so it's showing up on there, and it's on there. So we shall see if that changes anything for the stream, but if there's any issues, please do let me know, and I'll see if I can fix it. Oh, there's the original song. So yes, we had just said goodbye to Pesos and all that, and we were also arrested. Oh, I've got to redo the whole thing, okay. Now he's dead. I can have a better look around than I did last time.
I knew nothing resembling good times lay beyond that gate, but I was gonna have to face the music sooner or later.
Later rather than sooner.
Special Forces painkillers.
It was special because it was for the forces. Yep, still can't do anything over here. Let me make sure that we are still good. Yep. And why does it say that it's not at the right keyframe interval? It is. Check encoder settings. Keyframe interval 1.475. Recommended 2. It is on 2. I will literally go to it right now. Keyframe interval 0 equals auto. I put in 2. What do you want from me? I've done that. Well, Restream, you're telling me the wrong thing there. Whatever. We got things to do. Let's go do them.
I guess our little stunt helped some other civic-minded people raise valid concerns about community relations.
I see.
Their faces said it all. I was on their side, but how could they know that? If they came through that door, I'd be leaving as a human shield and never leaving at all. Luckily for me, for once the police arrived just in time. It sounded like all hell was breaking loose. Whatever nonsense De Silva had pulled, it seemed to be working.
Blood here. I'll take that. Oh, there's the guy that hanged himself. showers and a golden gun fragment. Yeah, 1 out of 3. Golden law. I don't read any of that. Jeez, this whole place is just freaking covered in crap. Something with 4 shots and 8 loads, or something with 30 but no loads. I don't know why I'm calling them loads.
It was time to leave this palace before somebody treated me to an extended stay.
Maybe. Maybe.
The last few prisoners were trapped in here, and more pressingly, seemed I was too.
Not only are they trapped, they're dead. All of those bullets. Let's look around, see if there's anything.
The security switch had to be in that booth.
This is a very big bullet hole in this laptop. Goddamn hiccups.
But the only friend I had left in that town. It was Monday's arrest log, as far as I could tell. And no sign of anybody from Nova Esperanza. All those poor bastards have been checked straight into the Imperial Palace Hotel.
His name seriously just got the A swapped out for an O? Is that it? I missed something. So I'm actually going to go back and check. I can't go back that way. Alright, well, guess I'm just gonna keep going then. Open. Where'd they get a bazooka?
That kid had the right idea. There was no point bouncing bullets off that thing. I decided I'd try to pick up where he left off. And then immediately regretted that decision.
No, a freaking APC. Well, okay then. I'm in cover. You can't just shoot me.
Seemed a crying shame to let that RPG go to waste.
How are you still alive? Why is it just... Oh, I was going to say, why is there just a naked guy, but he's not naked? He's just not wearing a shirt.
Well, wasn't this nice? The perfect end to a perfect trip. If someone had told me 6 months ago this was where my life was headed, I'd have ordered a double of whatever they were drinking, drunk it, then blown my head off. Another dark, rainy night. Another police station. Another futile crusade for amends. Time moves forward, and nothing changes.
I don't know. Oh, another bot already. God, these things are everywhere. Do these actually give me bonuses, or like to damage, or maybe unlimited ammo, or is it just that they're gold? Because it's never really told me. Good? No more? Good.
Every bastard in the joint must have known I was on the loose by now. I couldn't afford to waste any more time.
No, we're gonna waste all the time, and you can't tell me what to do. Oh, in this toilet? Or this one? But there's no mirrors in this bathroom. It's kind of weird. And yeah, where are all the female police officers?
Bag those up for evidence.
Oh, to show that this is a female bathroom, we're going to put hairbrushes everywhere that are way too huge for people's heads. I mean, look at this thing. Why is there a step ladder in the shower?
Police food. The same crap the world over. But I could reminisce about the old days later. For now, there was more pressing matters to deal with.
This is a fancy cafeteria.
Becker's blood money from the good doctor. Serrano had canceled one side of that transaction. The other was on me.
Promissory note. Yeah, we've still got a few left. Right in the eye.
They'd come from the control room. It looked like the security cameras were still running.
That's good, I suppose.
I figured I should check out the security monitors while I had the chance.
In a minute, Max. Jeez. Golden pops for the MPK.
It looked like the prisoners were giving them a run for their money. That's what happens when you hand some roided-up halfwit a commando uniform with special on the front and let him ride around his hometown in a tank playing soldiers. Sooner or later, someone's going to decide he's not so special. There were a bunch more in the elevator, tooled up like they were about to roll into Fallujah. And of course, they were headed my way.
Get on the floor. Stay. Whee!
If the heat was rising, that meant I was getting closer to the source. I had to keep moving.
You had to and did is subjective. Okay. Guess I'm going up the elevator. The 5th floor, no less.
If there was one thing I learned since being in Sao Paulo, it was that me and the local elevators were not a good mix.
Why? This is the first time we've been in an elevator. At what point did it show us that we were not good mixes with elevators? Run guy.
Whatever depressing fate lay on the other side of those doors, there was no point in putting it off any longer.
Yeah, there is. Have a look around. Look at this dump. Sorry, I'm in the middle of reloading. Can you wait? Thank you. Oh, hey, it's one of you guys again. There we go. I shot him like 3 times in the head.
I'd killed more cops than cholesterol, and still no sign of Becker. It wasn't the first time it dawned on me I should probably have gone over the plan in more detail, but it was too late for that now.
I've killed more bad guys than I had killed cholesterol. You can't kill cholesterol because it's not alive. Pizza. You know, seeing as we're here, Max, you could just grab a slice.
If I didn't hurry, Becker would be long gone.
I already been in this one. Oh.
AUP. Those were the guys who jumped the yacht in Panama. And what was this? Had the Brazilian cops tipped them off about the money?
Well, I didn't get a chance to read that properly, so I'm going to look at it again. Political folder. Formed as a paramilitary counterinsurgency force. Gimme! Can I read that? Ongoing for about as the leftist groups of control narcotic... responsible for forced displacement of peasants community. Right, I'm not going to read that because it keeps coming out way too fast for me to read.
I still didn't know how I'd gone from drinking myself numb in New Jersey to looting corpses in Brazil. But this was where I was, 5,000 miles from a home I couldn't go back to, on another suicide mission to clean up a mess that wasn't even mine.
As normal. Brazil!
I'd spent my career dozing off in the briefing room. Now wasn't the time. The CS were all but out of business in Sao Paulo, and suddenly Becker and Victor looked like local heroes in the war on crime.
If something is called purgatory, then yeah, it's not a good place.
Their problems onto me. My old pal Serrano. We'd both been unwitting clowns in this sorry circus. Part of me hoped he'd made it out of that hotel alive. I didn't recognize the guy. Maybe this was the new slum king De Silva had talked about. A throne never stays empty for long. Fame at last. It was no great surprise I'd made Ufe's most wanted list. I hadn't done much to improve the reputation of Americans abroad over the past few weeks, and there they were, my illustrious employers, 3 dead and still every chance I'd go 4 for 4. None of this was gonna look good on the resume. And I was in good company. Howell Passos, sent up north to find a washed-up gringo who would act tough and play dumb. Boy, did he ever deliver.
Clues. Slideshow examined. I missed 2 so far. There's only 1 left. Blood or just water on the floor? What the fuck? How did you shoot me? I don't know where you are. Oh boy, the evidence room. Right in the mouth. I got him to shut up.
It was starting to feel as if I'd never leave that place. Like one of those nightmares where you keep running and running, only to discover you're chasing yourself. Nothing I was gonna find in there could make a difference now. I had all the evidence I needed.
I mean, you never know. Quick once over just in case there's anything I can find. Nope. Alright. Up we go. Oh no! Green gas!
Tear gas. This wasn't good. I needed to find a way out of that stairwell and fast. That would have been too easy. My eyes and throat burned, but at least I could breathe.
Ugh.
I was trying to work out what direction I was headed in
I figured I was good to
discovered
go,
some
boy.
more Brazilian architecture not designed for the American physique.
Oh, hey. Oh, right in the forehead. What are you doing? Oh, bobblehead.
There it was, the tape from the Bronco security system.
Why is it on a CD and not a USB?
Jesus, it was that guy. I had seen him in the favela. Bachmeyer, Becker's right-hand man. His time would come. Him and Becker.
Well then. TV!
O seu dinheiro representa o seu futuro. Mantenha-o seguro com o Banco Boitatá. Para sua
Snake?
casa, o seu carro ou o seu negócio. Venha falar com o
House,
Boitatá.
home, or home, car, or building, or business.
The epidemic of violence that grips Brazil's major cities continues to worsen. On Monday, a massive gun battle between drug gangs and special
That was the view that we
forces
saw.
in the favela of Nova Esperança left 150 people dead or critically injured. Mayoral candidates were divided on the reactions to the altercation. Camila Machado blamed the police force for acting without restraint and effective government oversight. Victor Branco, whose eldest brother was murdered last week and whose youngest brother is missing and is feared to have been an innocent victim in Monday's gun battle, issued a statement calling for more funding for law enforcement and vowing to stop at nothing to make Sao Paulo safe again. In Buenos Aires, the world's largest chorizo caused quite a stir.
I'd seen enough. It was time to bring this nightmare to an end.
Wait a minute, where'd my main gun go? I watch TV and it makes me drop my gun. This way? Is this like forensics? Right in the neck.
I couldn't get that tape out of my head. Why had Ufe killed Rodrigo? I wasn't gonna find any answers in the forensics lab. I had to push on.
You could find stuff if you bothered to look. So where am I going? Am I going this way? No.
Hey, pal. Nice to see you.
Vai pra casa, gringo de merda.
I don't think we've been properly introduced.
I know who you are.
Then you should have killed me in the office when you had the chance.
There's still time, meu camarada.
Whee! The guy just vanished, I guess. Can I go back in that room? No. This gun has a lot of recoil. I was gonna die for no reason.
Another pile of bodies and still nothing to show for it. It felt like I was detaching, that maybe this was revenge for something else. Something buried deep in the past.
You killed my wife! What? What do you mean? We don't know who you're married to. You killed my family. We were never there. Boots. Oh boy, there's armor here that we could wear. That would make this a lot easier.
Rodrigo, Giovanna, Passos, everyone who'd meant anything was gone. Like so many times before, I'd found myself alone, locked on a course
I can
of
actually take it.
destruction. It was at my worst when I was at my best. It was a little late to be thinking about precautions, but something told me this shit show was barely through the warm-up act.
Imagine you could just miss that.
It was time to get out of that circus before any more clowns showed up.
Black vest. This is a clue? I guess it's a clue because it's got Ufe on it. Sure, I guess. I am trying to get to the right thing so I can see if we're still good. Yeah, I think we're good. 30 minutes. Feels like it's been longer.
About the only friend I had left in that town.
Oh boy, an obstacle course. Gotcha. All of your ammo. None of them. Okay, don't die. I might die in the next hit. Oh boy, please let that be health up there.
Luckily, I wasn't the only cop with a pill problem.
Why is he on his knees like that? Oh yeah! Bulletproof vest did nothing! There we go. Might want to swap this gun out. It's a little jumpy. Whee!
Becker and Bachmeyer had taken their pound of flesh and sold it on the black market. Now I was coming for mine.
Give me my pound of flesh. I'm hungry.
Beleza, rapaziada. Bom trabalho. Só tô esperando a confirmação do outro grupo, mas o gringo já deve estar morto agora.
Senhor, ele não parece estar morto!
Filho da puta, pelo amor de Deus!
What happened to the people that were over there? Whoa, what? I didn't even hear the gunshot. I just died. Okay. Whoa, whoa. Again. Freaking door frame. Whee! Gotcha. And you do a backflip.
Hey! You Americans love to interfere in things you do not understand.
Oh, I understand plenty, asshole.
How stupid can one man be?
Oh, stupid enough.
This is where it ends!
I couldn't get a direct shot. I was gonna have to get creative. It was a waste of bullets. His cover was too good.
Yeah, we're trying to shoot the thing above him.
When you lost, do you?
There we go. Okay, don't give me a chance to move. Whatever. Pull down already. Gotcha. It's made out of glass. You can just shoot it.
This was the passkey to Becker's office. I was close to the end of all this, and I could feel it.
Becker! Something funny about dying?
I felt like the avenging angel. I looked like a fat bald dude with a bad temper.
You disgusting piece of shit! I know everything!
Not everything, my friend. Let go of him, Max. Huh? There's a good fellow.
Well, well, well. Victor, I was wondering when you'd reappear out of whatever slimy hole you live in.
I'd like to just say, Max, I just want to say thank you for all your hard work, for my family, and for cleaning up that horrible mess with the Crachá Preto for us. You know I'm tough on crime. I give you a bonus, but I think you just frittered it away. Becker, take his gun.
Toma, seu filho da puta!
I mean, you could have just killed me there and then, but you ran off instead.
They had barred the door. My only hope was to chase them down. I knew they'd be leaving town, and my guess is they would try to fly out of here. Rich people love to fly away.
God damn it!
Oh, we're immediately going to the airport. Okay, one card left to play.
Okay, Max. Now you check the main terminal. I'm gonna go and look for the Bronco plane by the hangar, okay?
Let's do it.
You keep an eye out in there. You know Becker's gonna have some guys in there watching out for you.
Yep. So, of course, I knew they were looking for me. But the airport was about the only place a fat gringo might blend in. Well, there or a sex club. My delusions of disguise lasted around 2 seconds. They were out in force. And they were out for me. But then, I was out for them, too. Every last one of those bastards.
Didn't even get in before we started getting shot at. And we're still covered in blood.
Check in.
I don't have my bulletproof vest anymore, god damn it.
Bastards.
I guess I won't shoot you then. Oh, he's dead. I don't know if I'm supposed to stay on this, but I am. I am not. Well, they're all dead, so I think I call that a win. There's only one clue here. That makes it a lot easier for me. Well, a lot easier to miss things, but also a lot easier to just get through stuff. Explosion. Pick up all of the collectibles. Or the ammo. Drink. 1 out of 3. Oh no, there's a medikit.
Coming to an end. Only I wasn't heading home with a sunburn, a bag full of duty-free, and a dose of VD. I was making a bet that would put me in handcuffs or a body bag.
Oh, okay, maybe I should not use the gun that has no ammo.
These were Becker's guys. Him and Victor had a private airport to go with their private army and their private jet.
And that private.
This was the back office. They'd be on their way to the nearby lounge.
Bathroom. The fuck are you doing here?
Chaos and guns. I might have known you'd turn up. Sorry. You heading home?
Oh, I am here to pick up my daughter, but I imagine she's stuck on the plane. What are you up to?
I don't know. Trying to make a difference. Giving back.
Yeah, well, that's what you call it.
Take care.
Yeah.
God. Okay, I guess.
Judgment with a smile. You can't beat it.
I guess that was. They just had to get this random guy back in. I don't know who the fuck he is. Why did he keep showing up? Is he important?
Airport's always made me nervous.
Is it going to end up that he's like the secret master behind everything?
Back here. I had to get to where the action was.
This is a big bathroom. More pills.
The customer restroom. I could get through to the departure gates up ahead. There were UFE all over the airport, and civilians were being moved out. Looking at it one way, shutting down the airport for their escape was a weird sort of compliment, but one I didn't need.
I actually like this song. What the fuck? Why is this song really good? Oh, it's got voice lines. Lyrics, not voice lines. I hope this isn't copyrighted.
Opened at the other end of the departure lounge.
And then the gate closed. Behind me. There we go, the last guy. Just collecting a bit more ammo and stuff.
They weren't here. I had to keep moving down through the airport.
Oh, more people.
Tram to the next terminal was down the escalators.
Of course. I mean, I can kind of see that. These are fast escalators, Jesus. Uh-oh. God, just hurry up and reload. Took forever there.
It didn't look like there'd be any trams leaving until the power was on.
That's fine. We want to take the airplanes. Why would you meet the trams?
Chances were I wasn't going to be alive much longer. So why not get a buzz on? It worked. The trams were running again. Maybe they'd take me to my gate. Maybe they'd bring more guys wanting to whack me. Maybe both. Never ends.
Got you. You. Oh, oh, oh.
And we were off. I felt like I might be able to recharge for a second.
Have a burger. You'll be
At
fine.
least until we pulled into the station and met more murderous assholes. Son of a bitch! Didn't work out like that. Of course there'd be a tram full of goons trying to derail me.
Going back forward. Apparently that one shot got me to 1,000. Finally. And of course there's a helicopter.
It was perfect. Everyone wanted a ticket for the Max Payne Express.
It's a good thing I have extra tickets. Eventually got it. Oh my god, where did this other one come from?
I felt like I'd missed out on the joke. And it was a real good one. Come on.
Whee! Let me get the pills, please.
The tram was slowing down, and I'd only just gotten on board. I had to salvage what I could and see what was waiting for me. This was my stop.
Let me get out, please.
It had taken me right into
God.
the heart of it. Becker's gimps were everywhere, so he and Bronco must be close. The smart move would have been sticking with De Silva and going straight to the hangar, but when was I ever about smart moves? I'm a dumb move guy. Hey Max, we'll drive onto the runway. No thanks, let me walk in the main entrance. I'll put a big shit-eating grin on my face and let these assholes take turns trying to kill me. That's my style, and it's too late in the day to hope for change.
Jeez, they got a literal army out
Boy,
here.
were they throwing numbers at this problem. But then, I'd chosen to be here. I wanted this. Was it redemption? Not really. It was pathetic desperation, and not much else. The further in I got, the more guys I saw. Becker wasn't running a police force. He was running an army. These guys were better trained and better equipped than anyone I'd seen out here. And I'd seen some mean sons of bitches. The mission was screaming suicide, but I didn't give a damn. At least I'd die being a pain in the ass.
There's just a gun lying on the floor over there.
There the bastards were, sneaking off in their rich kid's toy.
I ain't got nowhere else to go, Becker!
Mr. Payne, I believe you had something to say to me. Mate ele! Mate ele agora! Não! Não!
He has a riot shield.
just want to do my job, brother.
What are you looking for? You're pissing on another man's bull, Max.
Get behind the fucking thing.
You're pissing in the wrong hole, Mr. Payne.
Think Victor's gonna wait for you?
It's leaving. Gotcha. His arm came off. Oh, this is where we were before, like right at the beginning.
This was it. It was almost over. So I guess I'd become what they wanted me to be. A killer. Some rent-a-clown with a gun who puts holes in other bad guys. Well, that's what they had paid for, so in the end, that's what they got. Say what you want about Americans, but we understand capitalism. You buy yourself a product and you get what you pay for. And these chumps had paid for some angry gringo without the sensibilities to know right from wrong. Here I was about to execute this poor bastard like some dime store angel of death, and I realized they were correct. I wouldn't know right from wrong if one of them was helping the poor and the other was banging my sister.
Oh. You pushed a man too far. I guess I just did because I didn't shoot him? I don't know. I saw the reticle, so I assume I had to manually do it.
Get in, Max! I'm in. Just drive the fucking car. Go!
Whee!
We had one card left to play.
Just get me close.
We're having a railgun segment? Or whatever it's called.
Look! A squad is coming from the right. Eyes right! We're taking damage!
Come on! You got a flight to catch!
It's not going to take off without... I don't know how much more we can take! Shit!
That about sums it up.
Woo!
They set up a roadblock!
I can't see shit.
They behave like an army and they're equipped like one! We're driving into it! I'm normally a behind the gas kind of cop!
Only I've been one of them too.
Come on, Max! They're gonna kill us! If he gets out of the country...
Don't worry. Borders closed.
Got him, finally.
That's them!
We shoot out the engines?
Asshole.
I didn't say that in slow-mo.
Coming down with that plane. Let's get it over with.
Gotcha. Feel the pain.
Wait, Max! No! Stop! Max! We have what we need on him now. Let him enjoy a trial and a spell in prison. Let him suffer. Trust me.
You know I'll walk.
You'll walk with a lift!
Ow. Well. Bahia? A week later.
The 55th Battalion of the City Police's Special Forces Unit, who have been implicated in human trafficking, has been disbanded indefinitely. Meanwhile, Victor Bronco, the politician at the center of the scandal, who is accused of laundering money from the scheme to fund his political campaign for mayor, was yesterday found hanged in his police cell.
Oh.
It's not yet clear whether his death was a suicide or simply retribution for his part in a scandal that has so many families missing loved ones
Interesting.
that were kidnapped and killed. City officials say a full investigation
Local
is
justice.
underway. Local residents expressed outrage, saying they have been let down by both law enforcement and city leaders. And now, your local forecast. Boy, it's dark in some places, but it's sunny everywhere else. Over to Marisol with the weather.
He's a changed man now. He's no longer depressed, I guess. Is that how it ends? Okay. I'm skipping that. That's it. I guess that's the story. Let me make sure on something. Max Payne 3 endings, just in case there's more than one. I think that's it. Shoot. Becker or not. Alright, well, I guess that's that. That's Max Payne 3 done. So yeah, after all these months, we finally finished Max Payne 3 after playing Max Payne 2. It's, yeah, I'm glad I finished it. It's, how to say this? I didn't dislike it, don't get me wrong. I think it's enjoyable to an extent. But the effects, man, the effects are way too overboard. Especially at the start where they're freaking everywhere and it's hard to see anything. The random cutaways, the jumping all over the place. Again, the beginning actually made me feel sick. Like, when we got to the next part, like part 2, it was when it started to clear up and I could actually see what I was doing and I didn't feel sick. So that's good. But even still, it still had it. I didn't like the FX. They took away too much rather than added anything. I'm conflicted. On the one hand, the first half of the game felt like it was just kind of all over the place. It was just, oh, we're doing one job of protecting the people, and then we're doing another job protecting these people, and they die anyway, or they get captured again. You know, and it's kind of not surprising, but weird that even considering that they've been under attack more than once, they have not hired more bodyguards. They still only had Max and Pesos. And it's like, why not have more than that? You know, actually have a force that's able to defend the people that seem to be constantly under threat. And granted, maybe that was part of the story where it's like, oh, they didn't do that because the guy wanted them dead. So he managed to persuade them to just keep the 2 people. Or something, which doesn't make any sense, because if it keeps happening, you would just not ignore. You would ignore what he says. But I do feel like it was a little convoluted in how everything came out. It's like, oh, the police force is corrupted or something, or this is not actually the police. This is the special police that is under the direct control of Victor Bronco or whatever, and Bronco's trying to take over Brazil for some reason, and he has to only do that through underhanded means, and he's actually evil. You know, there's no redeeming qualities about him. He got his sister or whatever killed, or his wife, or his brother's wife, or whatever. It got convoluted to the point where it just didn't make any sense, and it's kind of all over the place. It picked up at the last half, where it actually started to make more sense, and it was more of a story. because the first, if I'm being honest, the first half, there was no story. It's just protect these people. So the second half, it got better. But if I'm being honest, it's nowhere near as good as the first 2. And that's it. It's what makes it disappointing. I was hoping that it would actually be better than this. And the fact that it wasn't, and doesn't actually equal the first 2, yeah, kind of disappointing. Also, I don't know why, but I'm getting like Kane and Lynch vibes from this. I think it's because he shaves his head, and it's like he doesn't need to do that, but he does it anyway. And then he ends up looking like one of the characters from Kane and Lynch. I have not played Kane and Lynch, and I have no interest in that, but just going by the cover art, yeah, they look pretty much the same. But yeah, I was hoping for more to this game. It is not as good as I was hoping. Rating it against the other ones, I think I gave like the first one a 7 and the second one also a 7 or 8. This one, considering all of the negatives and all of the positives, it's definitely lower. But the question is, how low? It's definitely not a 7. I can say that. It is not a 7 or 8. It's not a 1, because if it was a 1, I wouldn't like it at all and I would have dropped it. So that means that also rules out 2 and 3. 4 would mean that it's below average and I didn't enjoy myself, but I was able to stomach it. That's not what this is. So this is either a 5 or a 6. There were some moments where I was like, oh, this is cool. Like when he did those like slow-mo slide things or special actions, which they did a lot of, but I'm gonna have to go with my gut. I'm gonna have to say 5. It's a 5 out of 10. It's just not as good as the first two. And it's kind of disappointing that it's not even equal to it. Like, maybe the gunplay and the stability of it is better, but that's pretty much it. I also don't know about the monologues. It felt like a lot of the monologues were just sort of simply explaining what was happening compared to the first one where they were giving monologues and he was like showing his state at the time, talking about how he was actually interpreting things with his own state of mind at that moment. Whereas the other one was just like, I opened the door and the door opened and I walked through it and I entered the room. I needed to go that way, not this way. I had been standing around for more than 5 minutes. I needed to go continue on my mission before they got away. Whereas the other one, like again, where the other one was like actually describing things like, oh, the window was filled with grime like it would be on a Saturday night going out on the town, getting drunk and wasted, you know, descriptions like that. And it had that in a few moments, but a majority of the time he was describing things that didn't matter. Or like so minor, they might as well just not have been mentioned. So, oh man, the more I think about it, the more disappointed I am with this game. I was actually really looking forward to Max Payne 3, and it was nothing like I thought. I did look up stuff about it, and I don't mean videos. I mean like reviews, or not reviews, comments and other players' opinions of it. And a lot of people sort of similar in the same thing. They don't like the effects. They think it's too short in some people. And the story isn't that great. They also don't, some of them also didn't appreciate that they changed the appearance of Max, and I kind of get it. Because like the first two, he has a specific style because it's literally just a picture of a guy. Picture of a guy put onto a model with this cheeky grin. I think that's what was missing. Okay, so like first two things before I go into that point. First part is that it is very serious, this game. Like the first two games were serious, okay? They had serious moments, you know, like what finding out that Max's family was killed and going through all the flashbacks and all that kind of stuff. That was its own thing. But then it's like it also had moments where it was funny. Because, you know, Max had that stupid shit grin. And they were hanging up the gang. So like, hey, buddy pal, oh yeah, I'm a wheezy little guy. Oh yeah, you know, they put on voices and things like that. And it made it funny to juxtapose, if that's the right word, against the seriousness. Whereas Max Payne 3 is serious at all times. Like, there's no funny moments at all. Maybe there's a joke, but it's not really funny. There's no funny moments. And it's kind of disappointing because of that. The other thing is... Oh, what was the other thing? I had it. Oh, well. I could go on a bit longer about this, but essentially the game is disappointing. I wish it was better than what it was, and it was at least as good as the first two, but it wasn't. So it's just a typical action game. It doesn't really feel like a Max Payne game. It just feels like it's an action game with slow-mo in it. So yeah, unfortunately that's what it is. But now we're done with the Max Payne series. I don't think there's any other ones. Then I remember there was something about Max Payne 4 possibly, but I don't even think that's even out or been announced or anything. So yeah, that's Max Payne 3. I hope people that have watched this 4-parter were at least having fun in some way. Hope they all enjoyed it. And we'll have to find something to replace it. So until next time, thank you all for watching that managed to make it. Hope you all enjoyed this series. As usual, like, follow, subscribe if you want to next know when I stream or do anything. Do that bell notification and stuff. And if you want to support me, there's links to Patreon or tips if you want to help through there. They help a lot. I can't understate or overstate how supportive that is. And yeah. We shall be back next week, Tuesday, with some more streaming. I will have to find something to replace this. I hope I can get something set up and ready. And until then, y'all take care. Have a nice day. Have a nice weekend. And I'll see you all Tuesday. Take care, everyone.